3, it's Miss Sumner again, and today's In Focus is a bit of an exploratory In Focus. I want you to get a big piece of paper, it could be A4, that's fine, and in the middle I want you to put 1,000 millilitres, or you could put 1 litre. And your question today is how many millilitres make 1 litre? Now, we already know this, that 1 litre is 1,000 millilitres. But are there other ways of making it up? So far we've got 100 plus 100 plus 100, 10 times make 1,000 or make 1 litre. So on our big piece of paper, you don't need to draw a picture, you can just put 1 litre. We could put 100 plus 100 plus 100. Blah. What else could we do to make that? I got a really funny one. You might be thinking this one already. 999 millilitres add 1 milliliter. How much can you add to this piece of paper? How many different ones can you do? Pause the video now. Off you go. Okay, I'm really excited about which ones you came up with. One of the ones that we came up with was a nice and simple one, 500 plus 500. And you can see here that we've got a bar model to show that 500 plus 500 is 1 litre or 1,000 millilitres. Another one we could have had was with our part whole model. We've got 300 plus something is 1,000. Did anyone get this on theirs? You might have got one similar, so like 750 plus something. How much more water is needed to get to 1,000? Now, a lot of our questions today are going to be like this. And you might want to think of it as a number line, I always do, because I know that if I add 50 millilitres, I get a multiple of 100. So if I don't know if I can get that millilitres in, 350 plus 50 is going to be 400. And then it's quite easy to get from 400 to 1,000. I'm just going to do this in one big jump. I'm going to add, well, I know that my number bonds to 10. 4 add 6 is 10. So 400 plus 600 is going to be 1,000. So my answer here is 650 that I need to add on 350 plus 650 equals 1,000. So that question mark can also be 650. And if I just show you the answer here, I could look at it the other way around. 1,000 millilitres take away 350 is 650. We need another 650 millilitres of water. Now, a big thing that some people make the mistake of is that they will look at this here and they will say 350 plus something is 1,000. And I know I'm going to have to correct some of you, so don't do this. What some people do is they say, well, 50 add 50 is 100, and then 3 add 7 is 10, so 300 plus 700 is 1,000. So they will put 750 as their answer, because they're like 7 add 3 is 10, 5 add 5 is 10, easy. However, 300 plus 700 is 1,000, and then you've also got 50 plus 50 is 100, so you end up getting 1,100, but we only want 1,000. So this, I'm going to put a big red circle over the top so I can remind myself not to do it. And can you guys promise me that you will not put something like 750? Perfect. So the type of questions we'll get today, sometimes we will have to add and sometimes we'll have to take away, and you've got to use your brain a little bit to be a detective to find out which one you need to do. So let's change that to a plus, because we want to find the total volume. So we need to work out the volume of the first one and the volume of the second one. Now with these guided practices, I want you to pause, work it out yourself, and then replay to find out the answer. Pause the video. Okay, so this one, we're going up in 50s, 50, 100, 150, 200, 400. This one is 400. Now this is the clearest I can make it, and I'm hoping on the YouTube it will come out clear enough. This one, 50, 100, 150, 200. So I need to add 450 plus 200, and I can do that in my head. I can look at the hundreds column and the tens column, and my answer is 650 millilitres. Okay, next one. Pause the video, work it out yourself and see if you get the same answer. I can see how much more water. Oh, so this bit here where it says more water, you need to work out the difference or how much is needed to make 900. So if I look at here, I'm trying to get to 900, but I'm only down here on halfway between 600 and 700. So at the moment I'm on 650 and I'm trying to get up to 900. So like we did before, I'm just going to jump. Let's see if I can use the pen and this goes well. So again, I'm going to jump the 50 to get to 700. Oh, that's a funny looking 700. Let's use the typer instead. So I go to 700 millilitres, and then I need to do another jump to get to not 1,000 this time, but 900. Well, I know that 7 add 2 is 9, so I'm going to add in 200 millilitres. So altogether, I've got 200 plus the 50. I need an extra 250 millilitres to get to 900 millilitres. Okay. And last one for guided practice, pause the video, work it out yourself. How much more water remains after, oh, that means left, remains is how much is left, after I've used 225 millilitres. So that means I've kind of poured it out, I've used it, maybe I'm washing my hair or something, probably not that tiny amount of water. My starting position is in between 400 and 500, so it's 450 millilitres, and I'm using it, I'm getting rid of it, so I'm going to take away 225 millilitres. And there's different ways you can do this. I might add on from 225. I might just use the method we did last week of a formal method of subtraction. So I'm just going to do that and hopefully it will line up. So I start with my ones. 0 take away 5 is going to be less than 0. So I need to rename and knock on the door of the next person. I say, excuse me, tens, can you change yourself to a 5? No, change yourself to a 4 and give me that 110. So 110 plus the no ones is going to be 10. And then my calculation's a little bit easier. My 10 ones take away 5 ones is 5. My 4 tens take away 2 tens is 2. And my 400s take away my 200s is 2. So it's a little bit skew with the mouse. Let's put that there. And my answer is 225 millilitres. And I can just check that by doing 225 add 225 is 450. So stop the video here and you need to complete the questions. The questions today are similar. Some of them you'll have to add, some of them you'll have to take away. Think about in your head what it actually means. What is the question asking you? Okay, and then as an extension, if you do this nice and quickly, you could, oh, I've copied it from yesterday. So if you didn't get onto the extension yesterday, make a list of bottles you can find the house with in the house. But this time, instead of writing words and problems, make them similar to the ones that you did today. How much more is needed? How much less is needed? Okay, but I think actually just the questions today might be enough. And stop the video here because I am going on to go on to the answers now. And the answers are here. Oh, I've got questions 2, 3, 4. Oh, just the wrong way around. So question 1, we've got 100 millilitres is needed. So it's how much more to 1 litre. So 100, 850, 600 and 450. So mark your answers, please. And for question 2, it wanted the total volume. So you wanted to add these together. So you could have done a formal method, you could have done a number line, you could have just added the hundreds and then the tens and then the ones. Number 3, how much more water, so counting up to 700, or you could have taken away, you could have done 700, take away 150, and your answer is 550. And then question 4, how much water remains after the water is poured out? So you definitely need to take this away. So it's 800, take away 420 is 380 millilitres. Okay, if you had any problems with that today, speak to an adult at home or ask your teacher for help and they'll be able to go through it with you. Okay, have a good day. Bye.